Good afternoon and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I'll be one of your your caster and cameraman for today. And we have round 1 of the playoffs of the excuse me, RBT 6 playoffs. It's going to be played on Suicide Blitz. We have Freethinkers, who is going to be playing Korean Super players. Everybody is now in server, just waiting for a few ready-ups. This is going to be the second match played today. We're going to have 3 others, I believe, 2 on Vanille's stream, and not sure about the other one yet. We'll go over the matches a little later once the game is over to let you know exactly when those times are again, in case you missed the rundown yesterday. It looks like we're having fast ready-ups. Let's do a roster rundown real quick. For Freethinkers, we have Sawa, Sloppy Wolf, that weird symbol, and Presmec. And then for Korea Super players, we have Clown Fritz, Chino, Skeleton M, and Fall. On the GL, HFs are already going out. It is a neutral server, so we're not going to be seeing home and away. And there we go, we are live already. Opening hit's going to be a Boomer, Hunter, Jockey, Spitter. So they will have a Spitter for the opening hit. Looks like they're going to try to get a wall kick. It is going to land onto Ellis. They land the Jockey on as well. Went right past Rochelle, but a 2-boom lands and good amount of damage goes out to Chino on the Korean Super players, taking his health down to 61 HP. All others are going to remain at 100. There is a 2-boom that should push into the elevator before any spawns are up. Now we go down the elevator. We'll listen quietly to the beautiful music as we go down. Alright, and they officially now have to get out of the elevator to start this event to continue downward, but the attack they have to deal with will be Smoker, Hunter, Charger, Spitter. Alright, there will be no baiting for a timer to get all the comments that come in. They're just going to go here. Let's see if a death charge is possible, if they're just going to go for damage. Looks like they're setting up for it, but not going to be the easiest thing to pull off. Looks like they're running 3 shotguns. Nick's going to be their only Uzi. Skeleton M is the only one running Uzi. The other 3 are pumps.
I'm starting it.
And they hit it, and they are running back. So far, nothing is hit. The Hunter has landed. The Charger lands, but does not get the insta-kill. But they do get the charge spit. So it'll be a decent amount of damage going to Clown Fritz. And actually, taking all the way down to 59 HP. That's a good attack by Freethinkers. Will be able to get in the elevator and continue their descent down to the street. As we go down. Attack that's going to be up will be Tricap with the boom. It will be no Smoker. They know the Jockey's on top of them. He's taken about 125 damage. The Jockey does land, but unfortunately, nothing else was ready. Hunter's pouncing around, does get killed eventually, but the Charger did not spawn. Actually, he's gonna go. Gets 2 fists, makes Ellis slow, forces him to pop his pills early before tank. They will be able to take the streets as the Korean Super players. Looks like they should be able. No, actually, they're gonna be able to have to take one more hit actually before this tank comes up. They have to go back through the alley. I remember last RBT tournament this match was in, we saw some crazy dumpsters hitting this alley. Let's see if we can see it again. The attack that's up will be 2-2 with the Jockey Smoker. It is the worst 2-2 you can get, but they're going to have to make it work.
Reloading.
Coming up on 73% of the way through the map. They do have the car alarm to worry about. Actually, they're going to have to fight this tank forward, maybe? Interesting tank spawn. Don't think they can go back. They're going to be able to take this choke with a relatively not dangerous attack.
Can we not shoot each other?
as far as how much the spit will land. But no, this tank is going to have to spawn, and they're going to have to stay on this side, I guess. Should be up any moment. And there it is. It will be the first tank of the game for Freethinkers in the hands of whatever that symbol is. But right now they're looking at 667 bonus before the tank commits. They have switched to 3 Uzis. Now they have 1 pump and 3 Uzis. He's just going to wait for his support to come up. He's going to have a charger, smoker, and a hunter. I think there's a good possibility they might get rid of this smoker. They do quickly. Smoker is now dead. He's still first pass, 50% frustration, so I don't see any issues with going AI here. He should have his other spawn up. And here he goes. This is going to be the commit. He's going to try to get a dumpster inside there. He does go. Oh my gosh. This is going to end up as a wipe. What a bank shot from the dumpster. Getting 2 in caps right away. He gets a punch onto Coach. He charges Coach. And now he's going to get Nick cornered, and that's going to be the wipe. Oh my goodness. He just slapped the dumpster off the forklift and hits 2 survivors in the door and wipes them. I am speechless.
Damn!
Could use some help here.
I don't even know what to say. That's an amazing bank shot.
This is getting serious as all.
There's still people here! Come!
Oh my. Alright, so Freethinkers end up getting a wipe, and Korean super players do bring their first chapter score to 284 points. Unfortunately for them, there is a late tank and a bank shot that ended up in a wipe with 2 in caps right off the bat. And we are going live. Opening attack will be 2-2. Jockey, Hunter, Boomer, Spitter. Let's see if they try for the wall kick in the traditional place. No, they don't. They send the Jockey in a different area. Jockey is around. Actually, the Hunter does land with the spit as well. Jockey gets M2'd. And a 3 boom goes out and killing the spit at the end. So they're going to get a quad for the event downstairs. Freethinkers are going to have to take it a little slower because they did get spit blocked. Taking about 6% off the HB, but they should be able to press forward before the attack's up. Either way, I don't think they would send a quad in fruitlessly like this. It would never hit in a small area. And once again, let's enjoy the music. Alright, they are now here. Let's see how they choose to take this event. They're just going to go out as well. There will be no waiting for the spawn timer to call the horde in to clear out the area. There's relatively no commons anyway, so. Let's see if they go for death charge or just go for damage. They know that they got wiped, so maybe they just want to hurt them a little bit. Maybe they just want to go for the wipe to see if they can win the round. They're going to send the smoker forward. The charger spawns behind them. There's the stumbles, but none of the other SI were quite ready for it. They're just going in for damage, and that's actually not that much going out. Managed to get Sloppy Wolf down to 65. One survivor remains at 192 and 85 for the other 2 remaining survivors. As the 2-2 did go out, you know, I mean, since this quad did go out, you know there's a 2-2 after. They sacked the boom. Jockey Hunter Spitter. Jockey Hunter Spitter. Hunter's going to go for a wall kick. He does land it. Jockey looks like they tried to delay him in the spit, but gets melted. And that'll be a little bit of more spit damage onto Rochelle, taking her below 80 HP, and Sloppy will actually pop his pills. Spitter gets a scratch. Tries to spit delay, but was not successful. They're able to go around, press through the streets here. Chargers are first spawn up in rotation. Maybe they might wanted to hold that spitter for this attack, but they elected not to. Smoker, Boomer, and the last one probably be a Hunter. Yes, it is. All right, this is probably going to be the last attack for Korean super players before this tank is up.
Don't look at me like that.
A little bit of a better attack than Freethinkers had at this point, but
Reloading.
all right, the Super Korea players are slowed down, just clearing out these commons. Do have the car alarm to deal with. Smoker looked like he was going to make a play on it, but elects to reposition.
They were shooting people.
Damn it.
I told you.
Okay, they're just going to shoot it off on purpose. All right, Freethinkers playing it safe. They know there was a more dangerous attack to deal with. A 2-boom goes in, a pull-up goes forward, gets cleared, Hunter gets skeeted, Charger gets melted. Very good take by Freethinkers. I don't think any damage went out from that, just the 2-boom. And we should see them remain here for the duration of this event. And yes, there was no damage going out from that. The health bonus still remains at 766. Spawns coming up. Spitter, Jockey, Smoker, and Hunter. They'll have Tri-Cap with Spit, no charge. This event is almost over, so they'll probably hold their SI attack for the jump across. There's a few straggler commons come in, and now we should see Freethinkers push through.
Reloading.
And here they go. They're going to let
Over this fence.
Shotgun.
Nick take point.
Taking the shotgun.
Actually, Sloppy with 3 possessions to the back. Actually, they're going to send the attack here. Jockey got melted. The pull goes out. Hunter gets pretty much removed from the server. And they're going to press forward and spawn this tank up. And it will be the first tank for Korean super players in the hands of Chino. And this is pretty much the best area to fight the tank. But just amazing bank shot for the first team. Let's see if the Korean super players can mimic the same thing that happened to them. Charger is the first spawn up. Boomer is now up. He takes about 100 chip throwing a rock. Boomer gets a nice 2-boom. Let's see if he goes in. He's going to commit with this, and he's going in the back door. He gets his first punch onto Nick. A second punch onto Nick. He's down about 3k HP. There's another punch onto Nick. One more will get it in cap. Oh, actually, no, one more after that. There's the in-cap. He's down to 1,800 HP. Jockey stumble. He gets another corner. The Charger comes in, misses, but he's still getting punches onto Ellis. One more punch onto Ellis. Another punch onto Ellis. He's down to 606 HP. He misses Rochelle. One punch onto Rochelle, and that is a dead tank. Hunter does get killed, but as of right now, the Freethinkers will survive. They suffer 2 in-caps and another punch onto Rochelle, but it is not a wipe. The bonus they're holding is 345. And they probably only have one more hit, and they should be able to make the safe room with a pretty respectable lead.
God damn it, God.
Smoker and Spitter are the first spawns up. Boomer follows, and the last capper is going to be a Jockey. It's the worst 2-2 you can get again, but we'll have to make it work. Let's see how much they can get off the bonus before the survivors enter the safe room. 97% progression.
Over this plank.
See if they try for maybe a reset. It's not a big reset. Smoker looking he's going for it. Actually, they spawned, but they missed it. Jockey goes in from behind. Free Spit does actually a pretty good amount of damage. The Smoker misses. The Boomer gets a long boom, but that will be the attack, and that should be safe room.
Reloading. There's the safe house.
Smoker and Spitter are the only spawns up. I don't think the Spitter's going to be able to delay it. Neither will the Smoker. Spitter does get a spawn, but gets shut down, and that will be it. So Freethinkers do make the safe room with a bonus of about 264, bringing their chapter score to 664 against Korean super players 284. But right now, Freethinkers are living up to their undefeated name. They do go through the Swiss stage undefeated, 7-0. And right now, they're looking forward to the 8th victory in the RBT 6 playoffs. Ooh, we got a late tank at 71%. So far, we're seeing late tanks in this match. 80% for the first one, 71 for the second. Looks like we have a person reconnecting. But the opening attack that survivors are going to have to take, they have to come up this small little choke here with stairs. And actually the attack is going to have a spitter and a charger and a hunter with the jockey. This is probably the best attack you can get for this hit. Massive separation is possible. As we limit the slots. But this is a very good opening hit. This is potential for massive amount of damage onto the survivors. As we wait for 2 ready-ups from the Korean super players, just waiting for fall. This map does have the potential for insta-kills, but we are going live, and let's actually stay in here. There is a possibility that they might go for a quick hit here. The jockey is going to pre-spawn. Actually, he's not going to be able to get any assistance. This might just be a dead jockey, unless the hunter's pre-spawned up here too. We're actually going to send everything in. Oh, they get the pounce at the door. This could be a lot of damage. They're going to get the charge as well. Yeah, Sloppy Wolf suffers quite a bit, taking him down to down 47 HP. It looks like 1 FF, 1 on to whatever that symbol is, but pretty respectable attack by the Korean super players. I think they jumped the gun a little bit, but luckily they got Coach in the door, which did cause this charge to land with a little bit of stumble for the spit. Technically it didn't land, but they didn't want it to land because it's more damage, so it was actually more of a high IQ charger than landing it.
Are you out of your mind?
Going to be another tri-cap, but with the boomer this time, and not the jockey. They're going to rocket the jockey in. The jockey does land as well as the smoker, and a rolling tri-cap comes in. The charger doesn't get the slam, but it was a good affected attack. They do kill the charger first, so they're going to have a charge spit for the next hit. Boomer died last. I do think that was pretty good. So they're going to get a tri-cap with spit without the smoker for the next hit. It was a good stack order, good attack. 2 attacks, 20% HP down. They're averaging 10% per hit at this current moment. Spawns are already up in the cycle. Spitter, jockey, charger, hunter. Oh, this tree's so big. They're sending the spawns in. The jockey goes in first, following the charger and the hunter. They both land. Separation charge with the spit. That's going to be a lot of damage. 2 slams. 3 slams. That's going to be maybe an in cap. No, the spit fortunately died out. And fortunately for Freethinkers, they won't suffer a cap. But right now, there's a lot of damage going on the survivors for 3 SI hits. And right now, they have the event to start. This is a good rebound from Super Korea players. Or Korean Super player. It's so confusing.
Only way over is this bridge.
All they have to do is shoot the gas can on the other side of the fence, which will start the event. Hunter, jockey, boomer, smoker is the spawns in the rotation.
I'm starting it.
There they go. They did start. They're going to send the attack, and Hunter does get team shot down. Smoker lands as well as a boomer. I believe a jock land just for a tick or two, but that attack dealt with as well. So go over the damage while this event starts up. We had 4 attacks from the Korean super players, and they have managed to do 46% damage, which for 4 hits I feel is pretty respectable, especially with teams this high caliber of play. As the spawns are already come back in, charger, hunter, spitter, jockey. Rochelle is strictly watching the back spawn. Hunter's coming from the front, jockey and charger come from behind. That charger is getting melted so fast, it dies. Hunter gets skeeted, jockey lands on coach, and then is cleared rather quickly. And I think the spit got 1 tick of damage onto Rochelle. And that will be it. That's the 5th attack dealt with. That one pretty much took no damage, just 1% that time. They're sitting at a 901. They shouldn't have to deal with any SI attacks for at least a little bit more. Spawns are coming up. We should see them regroup to get in their positions. Boomer, smoker, charger, hunter. Here they go. They send it in. Hunter's trying to pounce around with a pull going forward. Hunter gets shut down. The pull is okay. The smoker's going to get cleared relatively quickly. Fortunate enough for Sloppy Wolf, he takes control of Coach before Coach pops his pills, because pills don't work on bots. Alright, so they did take 2 more attacks during the event. The bonus is going to sit at 807, 43% HP. Tank is at 71%, so they're going to have to go over the bridge and back over. when the tank is up. If they choose to fight it back, which is pretty much the standard area to fight it, they're going to press forward over the bridge now. No SI has come in. Hunter, Charger, Jockey, Spitter are the spawns up in rotation. Like everything is currently coming from the house. Still have about 4 more percent. They're going to send the attack, and the Charger goes. Hunter lands. The Charger does not. They do get a little bit of spit damage on Ellis.
But let's get you up and moving.
Thanks.
And that will be the first in cap. So the DB is broken in 2, but that will force Ellis to pop his, or not Ellis, Nick to pop his kill. Spitter goes for a delay, which actually doesn't quite spread everywhere, but it's almost the whole thing. This will be the second tank of the game for Korean super players in the hands of Clown Ritz. As the tank shows himself, gets shot for it. Smoker tries to get a pull forward, gets the pull onto Coach, but it's cleared relatively quick. Boomer and Charger are holding. I think they might want a Jockey here. We did see a death charge yesterday with a Jockey. They're trying to see what chip they can get. He's still first pass, 75%. Boomer gets popped, does not land. We still have the tank on the ground. Fortunately, there's no other way for him to get across without taking chip, but he's first pass, 20%. He's waiting for the SI that he wants. Charger, Hunter. Still one more spawn up, and it is Jockey. So he has tri-cap without a smoker. He's going to suffer a lot of damage. They're back pretty far. They're not pressing him at all. Actually, I think they're going to AI the tank. They're just going to AI him. I don't think they're going to be able to do anything if they send their support in. Hope he can get the. He can look. He's still 20%. 30% frustration. They're chipping him. They're still backing up. Spawns are going in. Actually, no. Hunter's just making noise. So they're not going to be able to LOS him, but they're going to be able to chip him. He's down to 5k HP now. 4,600 and going down. They are backing up. Let's see exactly what the infected team are going to do. Down 25% of his health. He's down to 4k HP. He's almost down to half health already. He might get a quarter. He misses his first punch. Support goes in. The Charger does land. Gets cleared. Tank throws a rock. Lands it onto Ellis. He's down to 400 HP. Jockey lands. He whisks his next punch onto Nick, and that will be a dead tank. So Freethinkers backpedaling almost all the way through the map. Uh-oh. I thought Sloppy Wolf might have crashed. Nope, they're good. They're going to pop another set of pills. They're down to 1 set of pills, though. They did the damage. But the problem is they backed up so far that now they have to walk through the map again. So there's the last set of pills exhausted. HP 16%, DB 91%, total score 417. And Sloppy is now slow, and he does not have pills. So now they're going to be slow the rest of this map. Attack is up. It will be 2-2 with the Smoker Hunter. They might go for a wall kick here. Actually, no, they're just going to send a pouncer. They send a pull on him, and they actually pounce the pull target. Smart play, guaranteed the spit onto Nick. DB suffers a little bit, taking the bonus down to 378.
Reloading.
Now they'll be able to take the choke point again, and now they're going to start progressing through the map almost to the point where the tank spawned. We'll have to take one more SI attack before the points will start going up. It's going to be a Jockey, Charger, a Boomer, and a Hunter. And they're going to send the spawns in. Jockey comes off the top, does land. The Hunter lands as well. The Charger was basically had his target taken from him. I think he was going to try for a death charge there, but he was killed before he had the opportunity. They accidentally shoot the window, so now there will be an event.
This ain't gonna be good.
Reloading.
Bonus is that still at respectable 355 considering how far they have to limp. With a 1 boom going out, gets a scratch onto Coach. The other 2 cappers are Jockey, Smoker, Spitter. I mean, Jockey, Smoker accompanied by the Spitter. Now we should see him slow down and just probably clear this event. You know there's a spit. Actually, no, they're just going to keep pushing. They are 86% of the way through the map. I think maybe 1 or 2 more attacks at the most. Gonna get a pull on the coach. Charger got melted before it gets close enough to the jockey as well. Smoker dies. Free spit damage goes out onto Ellis. That will take the bonus from 355 to 287. DB 55%, HB 12%, all on Sawa.
Reloading.
As they're coming through the alley towards the end of the map. Spitter pre-spawns up
Reloading.
top. Boomerang, Charger, and Hunter are the other 3.
Reloading.
I hear a spitter.
Spitter's gonna have to come from behind. Maybe they're gonna respawn it. And it looks like they're going to.
Who's back there?
I don't feel right.
Reloading.
Alright, they do get a 1 boom onto coach. They're gonna send the Charger from behind. A long charge incoming with a spit from... I don't know what that was. I don't even see where the spit went. A little bit of an uncoordinated attack, but practically no damage. Actually takes all damage in cap. They pick up whatever that guy's name is, because I can't tell what that symbol is. But they're going to make safe room with a 197 bonus. Considering how much damage that went early and how slow Sloppy Wolf is early in the map, it's pretty good that they made the safe room with a bonus of 197. So their campaign score is 1,460. And now Korean super players have a little bit of an uphill battle. We're going to have to kill this tank and make the safe room with a little bit more bonus to close this gap a little bit. And we are live. 100 Jockey Spitter Charger will be the opening attack. It looks like Freethinkers do not want to send it from that room. Like they're contemplating from behind. Well, the Hunter does get a spawn. They are not aware they're going to send the spawns in. The Hunter lands, Charger misses. And actually, pretty clean take if you ask me for Korean super players. That attack has potential to do a lot of damage. Hunter did land, the Charger did not. And 7% on the board.
Where's Cedar?
As they push through the Cedar van, through the alleys. They should stop here underneath the beer sign to clear out some commons before they press forward with an attack up.
Looks like
It'll be tri-cap with boom, no Charger. A pull goes on to Ellis. It does land cleared immediately. The Hunter eventually lands onto Rochelle. The Jockey is jumping around like a madman. Does land onto Nick in the back with a boomer slap following it. And that will be another attack dealt with. So Freethinkers are averaging 6% damage per hit at the current moment. Korean super players are progressing very quickly. This is usually where always the third attack will take place.
Reloading.
All spawns are coming from above except the Smoker from the back. Hunter's already pre-spawned. Charger's up. The Charger rockets it. Here comes the Hunter. The Smoker pulls the target in the middle. I don't think he wanted him. The Charger missed. But they do get some spit damage that goes out onto Nick in the corner. That will take Skeleton down to 61 HP. So they will have 3 survivors that are 3 hits for the tank. The other 2 will remain 4 at the moment, but they will have an event they need to take that will follow at least 2 attacks before they can press on.
What the hell? The only way is
Spitter's the first one up in the rotation. Jockey, Hunter, Boomer. They're gonna actually go in before they hit the event. Nice pounce going on. Followed by a rocket spawn boom, but the Spitter elects to spit on the Jockey, and not bad, I guess. I think it would have been a little better to spit on the pounce target, but nonetheless, they do make another survivor under 60 HP. Or almost under 60, actually. It takes them down to 64.
Holy shit, this worked!
So they do have 3 survivors, 3 hits now.
Oh, shit.
Spawns are up. Hunter, Smoker, Jockey, and Charger. It is quad try time. They should wait for the comms to start trickling in. Make it a little bit more of an easier challenge. They're going to go in. Charger comes from behind. Charger is melted. The Jockey lands. The other two cappers land after the Smoker was cleared. And some pretty good damage going on to Rochelle and Ellis, but no quad lands. HB 59%, DB 100, and all the pills are intact. So after 5 SI attacks, they have managed to do 41% of the HB. That's a pretty decent average. So since the quad was unsuccessful, they will have a 2-2. The Charger died first, so they get the charge spit. They have the pull as well to help the Charger land. Let's see what they can make of it. They do get the pull onto Rochelle. The Charger is going to take it, and it does land. The spit was a little late, but Nick blocked it. Just a little bit of damage going on to Nick and Rochelle.
All right, it's here. Let's go.
Reloading.
I think the spitter was just a little early. It could have been a little bit more, but nonetheless, they take a little bit more, get the HP below 50%. DB still full intact. The first set of pills are popped by Skeleton as they do a little bit of an ammo grab. And they switch to 3 Uzis now, since there is a tank up. Spawns are going to be Boomer, Hunter, Jockey, and a Charger. If 1 more % before this tank comes up, Shell's going to take the Boomer spawn. Hunter's making noise, pouncing around. All the guns are looking up except for Ellis. He's going to send it in. Nice skeet goes out by 2 of the survivors. And here is the second tank of the game for Freethinkers, and it is a Sloppy Wolf tank. As Super Korean players are doing the standard moving back, they will have to take the possibility of a death charge over this boat, but SI are not going to make a play on it. Oh, looks like the Boomer gets between them, gets a 1 boom. I think it should have been 2, but right now there is a 1 boom. Commons are running in all from the front, nothing from the back. And the tank is starting to make his way in. He has a Charger and a Jockey to accompany him. He's only taken about 200 HP. And now they're going to start the back pedal, but they still have Commons chasing them. Alright, he's down to 600 HP. Let's see how far they choose to go back. These are going to stop here. Okay, they're going to take it here. He's down about 1,500 HP. He's down 2K. Spawns are up. They're making noise. No one's going in. That the tank does eventually get a punch. He doesn't pop his pills. It's going to be a 2-punch hit cap on Chino. Right now, he only has 3 survivors to deal with. The cappers go in. Smoker gets cleared. Jockey comes in. Jockey does land. Gets a stumble on the coach. We get a corner for the tank. Tank gets 2 punches. The coach tried for a death charge, but I think he just landed, but he misses. Tank gets another punch onto Nick. Another punch onto Nick. It's 3 hit caps. Sloppy is the only person up now, and so is Rochelle is the only survivor. And this should be a dead tank, and that is it. Tank does die, but not after massive amounts of damage go out. 3 end caps land, and all the sets of pills have been popped except for 2, actually. So even though they got the early in caps, it is risky not popping your pills, giving him a 2-punch in cap. But Korean super players will survive. But at this point, it's just a distance run, as it's going to be almost impossible to hold this bonus with how much of the map they have to go through. 1 boom does land onto Rochelle. Hunter is making noise, looking to troll this pickup. The spitter is as well. Smoker's going to go behind on the pull target. Hunter does land with the spit following. That's going to be a massive amount of damage, and another in cap goes out. Skeleton goes down. That's going to be Skeleton black and white.
Look, the big guy upstairs isn't ready to take you yet.
And the DB's almost gone.
Thanks.
Gotta be
Well,
kidding
boys,
me.
I should have had Skeleton pop a set of pills, but look at the bonus. It is obliterated.
We have guns here!
They were doing a good job on chipping them, but the support was there. There was a few common stragglers coming in with the tank as well, but didn't really do much. Spitter, Boomer, Jockey, Charger. Jockey goes from the back, Charger from the front. The Charger did land, but got cleared before it reaches its destination. So the Spitter has nothing to go on. A proxy boom onto Rochelle, and that will be it for the attack. Now Korean super players can continue their crawl. They have 75% map progression so far. I do keep noted they have 1 black and white survivor. No HP, no pills, just DB at 33%, but they still have at least 3 or 4 more attacks to go through. And we should see an attack here. Hunter's going to go in for a wall kick that goes after one of the Uzi players. Does miss. Charger misses. Hunter's still pouncing around trying to find a target. Gets M2'd eventually and then killed. Smoker gets self-cleared, and that was a pretty good take by Korean Super players. Looks like just a couple slaps on
Down here.
by the common. And a Charger stumble, but they do take the bonus down to 100 even. They find a set of pills. They have 2 survivors at 1 HP, and they are. This is very dangerous. Okay, they play it smart. They're just gonna pop them. I think the distance is worth more than what the pills were worth at this point. Jockey, Charger, Boomer, Spitter. Charger comes from behind, misses. Unfortunately, the Jockey does land on the front. They're not able to clear it. It's gonna be another in cap, I think. Wait, what? Okay, I think the Boomer stumbled the Jockey off as they in-cap Clown Ritz on purpose, but he is boomed. They're not able to get it up. Actually, unfortunately, they suffer 2 more in-caps, so this should mean the Cappers should be able to attack before they're able to take the next choke point. Spawns are already coming up. It's going to be Tri-Cap with Spitter. No Jockey this time. 3 survivors, black and white. Oh, it's a Tri-Cap that lands. It's going to be a white. What a Tri-Cap that rolls out. The Charger in-cap, survivor in the front, rolling Tri-Cap after that, and they secure the wipe. And Korean Super players get a chapter score of 516 and a campaign score of 800. The Freethinkers 1,460. What a hit. Freethinkers with an impressive display of SI with that last hit. All the Cappers pretty much just decimating them. They were all black and white, but still. All of them but one, of course. But going into map 3, still relatively late tank. Look at that, 57%. And there we are going live. Freethinkers go first as survivors. Opening attack is going to be a Hunter, Spitter, Boomer, and a Smoker. So this map is known for its early event. I'm actually surprised that the Korean Super players didn't hit right away, because now, depending how this attack goes, they can go through this event. And it doesn't look like they're going on the inside. And they're going to wait for them to come out of the event doors, up the stairs. Thought maybe they would at least kill maybe the Boomer. Alright, the event is started. The Ford is now in.
Here they come.
They're going in. The Hunter does manage to land, followed by a spit, but unfortunately for them, the spit does not spread on the table, so it turns out to be a pretty clean take. Not much damage going down, only 2%. There is a 1 boom in the back, causing Ellis to straggle just a bit. And they should be able to take this pretty clean. Jockey, Charger, Hunter are up, and they're going to get through it with the spit. They're actually going to go pretty quick. The Charger misses. He tries for a hero charge when they should have just went for damage. The Spitter's going to follow late at the end.
Was that annoying?
Charger goes back for a respawn. So far, they did manage to do a little bit of damage onto whatever that symbol name is, but actually, 2 attacks, 18%. The first attack didn't really do anything, so they kind of did pretty good with the Charger not landing for that second hit. Hunter looks like it wants to come from behind. Indeed, is trying to. The Charger is not able to get it spawned from the front. The Smoker's also coming from behind. The Charger finally gets in, but gets melted. It doesn't look like anything's going to land there. That's an SI attack, completely melted by Freethinkers. They're just going to hold the W key. Nothing is landed, so they are just going. And it looks like they should be able to get this tank up. And possibly take a run back unscathed. And it looks like they're going to. This will be the 3rd tank of the game for Korean Super players in the hand of Skeleton.
weapons here.
And they're coming to the traditional
Through this
room.
door.
This is usually a good fight to fight this tank. There's no hittables to worry about. Bombs can only come really from certain areas. So they're going to roll in with a tri-cap. And this is actually a good tri-cap to have. They're not going to have the smoker. They're going to go in. He's already down 1k HP before he goes in. Charger's going to go in early. Lands the charge. One slam goes out. Two slams go out. The hunter lands as well. Well, the charger doesn't. He misses the in-cap. He lifts a punch. Oh, unfortunate for him. Looks like he's just going to get the in-cap onto Ellis. It could have been so much more. The tank. And this is going to be a dead tank. Good take by Freethinkers. They're going to kill the tank. Even though the charge lands, it gets a slam. Bonus is sitting currently at 420. They find a set of pills after they pop one.
Oh, you won.
That's going to bring the bonus up a little bit because there was one survivor in cap. Bonus is now going to be at 493 post tank and no pills. They are going to all be fast. Alright, Boomer, Smoker, Jockey, Spitter are the spawns up already. Jockey spawns in the front. Smoker, Rocket spawns off the top. Gets a quick pull! It does land. I can't believe that landed with a 2 boom and a free spit following. Spitter's going to hold itself, but they will have a charge. The next attack, but little style points for Korean super players, landing a quick pull off the top of the roof. As they're just able to progress through this map with relatively ease at the moment. They're all fast. Nobody is slow. They do have 3 bleeders. DB is open. HB is, everything's going to come from behind. There's a little bit of misplay. Let's see what they can do with it. Hunter. Nothing is. Hunter's the only thing that's going to land with a stumble by the jockey in the spit. Actually, it's going to turn out to be, look like it wasn't going to do any damage. It's actually pretty good damage. Bonus is going to sit at down to 396, so they actually found a set of pills, and they're going to pop them right away, which will drop it back down to 371. But they are 90% of the way through the map, holding a pretty respectable bonus of 33% possible bonus. And this might be it for Korea super players. This might be the last hit. And it's going to be a Hunter, Smoker, Boomer, Spitter.
Reloading.
Ah, this choke point
Not dead yet.
is ridiculous. Choke point. But they don't send any SI. They don't try to get any hangs
Hey,
or
we got a
nothing.
safe room ahead.
Just want to get damage. Free spit going out. Okay. Now they should just make them force right down. They might drop into the boom. The boom might be able to land something nasty. Only one boom. Actually, they get a pull forward. They separate him. This is big if they can land it. The spit. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a lot of damage on the survivors up top. The Boomer's trying to keep him in there. He does. Okay, it wasn't as much as it could have been, but actually that was a pretty good attack. But Freethinkers will not perish. They are going to make the safe room with a bonus of 236. So they do manage to make all safe rooms so far. They're going to sit at a total of 2,196 bonus. And now Korea super players, with a total score of 800 right now, need to make up some points on this map. Now let's see if Freethinkers decide to hit early here, so they have a better attack for the jail, the cafeteria area in the jail. And indeed, I think that's what they're going to do. I think this is a better play going right away. I would definitely agree with this. They get better spawns. And already they're going to send the Hunter, and the Hunter was not able to get anything at the door. They're not going to get that. Oh, they picked that Spitter through the wall. So they're going to have a Spitter with the next attack. Oh, and the Boomer lands a triple boom. No way. How? As the event is started, Coach needs to do a little catch-up. As they enter the jail area, spawns are now coming up in rotation. Charger, Jockey, and that Spitter is what they wanted. Still waiting a few more seconds for the last one. It's going to be a Hunter. Now let's see where they're going to go in. Charger's going to let it go in. The Charger grabs one, but he's on top of the fence. Hunter lands as well, but there's going to be no spit damage going out. So actually, I think that was pretty clean. Actually, it turns out to be the exact same amount of damage by both teams after the first 2 hits. 18%. Spitter is up.
Look out!
Smoker is the next spawn up. Still got a few more for the rest of them. Boomer and Charger. So they do have the Charger. Boomer actually already pre-spawns on this side of the wall. They're trying to pick him through the wall. Charger does manage to land. The Spit, however, is blocked by 2 survivors stuck in it. Oh! Korean super players taking so much damage right there. I'll get the team name right yet. Watch.
Look out!
Right now, they have just holding W going through. 56% left on the HB. Everything else is intact. Spawns are up. It's going to be Tricap with Boom. No Smoker. See where they elect to throw it in. This might be as soon as they go outside since they don't have the Spit. And they're just going to clear these commons and take out their time. They know the SI attack is up. 50% map progression. Hunters pre-spawned on the other side of the fence.
You hear that, Hunter?
Hunters officially making noise. Trying to draw people's guns. Trying to help with that Boomer by the car alarm. Or the cop car, but it's not going to get it. Boomer's going to have to reposition by the other one. Does get a spawn, but that was going to be nicely popped by Rochelle. I mean, not Rochelle. Ellis. Sorry. Charger rockets off, gets a punch, but doesn't land the charge. And Pounce does go on to Nick. It's going to be a couple slaps by the SI. It's actually going to be a lot of damage with the cover jock as well. Okay, Nick suffered from that a lot. Takes him all the way down to 19 HP. So it looks like he's going to have to pop his pills early, and he already does. Now they're going to want to get this tank up and start retreating to the air, to that room where it's a little bit favorable for the survivors, but still easy for the tank to get a corner. There's just way too many hittables out here. I believe that he's 8 out there, which is way too much. Should be no reason any map has 8 hittables. Charger goes in and gets sacked. The tank is still hitting cars. I don't know why he can't get him in there. And he takes about 290 chips. A little less than that. Alright, now survivors are in the room. Now the infected should just wait for their spawns to come up. It's going to be a Hunter, a Jockey, and the last one is going to be a Smoker. This isn't favorable for him, but he's going to roll in with it. They're going to try to send the Hunter in early. No, they don't. Alright, he gets his first corner. Punch onto Nick. Another punch onto Nick. Alright, he gets his first in cap when he's down to 2k HP. They send their support in. Early pull. Jockey takes the target. Nice skeet goes out by Ellis, though. And this tank gets another in cap, and he's down to 1300 HP. Gets a long arm under Ellis. Another punch. And that will be a dead tank.
Reload. I'll take the shotgun.
Right now, Freethinkers spreading the love.
Man, I ain't doing too good.
Thanks.
Okay.
Gonna survive. Bonus sitting at 120. They still have half the map to crawl through. And I mean crawl through because at this point, Freethinkers had all pills popped and they were all fast. They're going to take quite a few more attacks than the other team. See if they can limp their way to the safe room and get this distance. But at the moment, it's not looking good for the Korean super players. As the Charger misses, Free Spit goes back on the coach. It's not going to work. The Boomer's going to sack itself, and that will be an attack shutdown.
He beat my ass fair and square.
Reloading.
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Well, they should be able to get down the stairs. No spawns are going to be up to impede on this part of the choke. They still got to go around the corner and get outside. Hunter looks like he's going to come for a wall kick from the front. Can't see anything in here.
Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
Reloading.
And looks like they're going to wait for the outside. Okay, they're going to wait here. They know they got bleed. 2 survivors under 10 HP, one at 10, other one's at 48, but they all are bleeding. Two of them are out. Other 2 are, they try to pounce the ones in the back. That is a good job on pouncing one in the back. They land the spit. That's going to be another in cap. They get a pull forward as well. 3 in caps. Rochelle is the only survivor up. I don't think anybody should be able to stop it. Jockey might be trying to troll it. Not going to be able to. They get Ellis up.
Reloading.
And now they should be able to get everybody up. Yes, they will. So they're going to continue the crawl. How much further, I don't know. 3 survivors are black and white. 1 is not, but has been in-capped already. Charger is the first spawn up. Boomer is the next. Hunter is the next one as well.
I'm just gonna admit it. I need some help.
And a nice 1 boom goes out. And then they're going to send all the spawns in. The Charger gets a nice 2 charge followed by the spit. This is, oh my goodness, that is going to end up in all of them dying. And that is a wipe onto Korea Super players, bringing their chapter score to 357. Campaign scored 1157 to 2196. So they are a little bit more than 1K ahead. And at this point, I'm pretty doubtful they're going to play finale, but Freethinkers are set to look like they're going to go forward and stay in the winner's bracket. And Super Korea players are going to fall to the loser bracket. So no one is out yet on this stage of the tournament. They will get another opportunity. Lose twice and you're out. But this will be the 4th map, possibly the final. See if they play finale. Yeah, I'll ask. As we wait for fall to return, we already have 7 ready ups, and it looks like we're not going to be playing this finale. And there we go. We are going live for most likely the last half of this match. Smoker, Boomer, Hunter, Charger are the spawns up. My dog is going crazy in the background. I'm sorry if you can hear him, but he is not happy about something. Smoker, Boomer, Hunter, Charger again is going to be the spawn. There is no spit. They're probably going to hit when they enter this room.
Reloading.
There we are. We're going to get a charge. Gets a punch and charges the opposite direction. Okay. Well, he does get a fist. Smoker lands, gets cleared. A pounce in the back goes for a little bit of damage. Gets cleared a little slow. Taking Pesmic down to 89 HP. Boomer gets popped at the end. But Freethinkers just going to go. This is actually a little bit of an early tank, so they are going to be entering the room right about now, I believe, where they should be fighting this tank. Yes, indeed, the room right here is probably where they're going to take it. They have a jockey and the spitter in the front, Hunter and Charger in the back. The jockey's just pouncing around, taking a little bit of chip. They're going to try to go in. He gets M2. The Charger comes from... Oh, unfortunately, he gets killed. Even the Hunter is not able to land. So pretty clean take, if you ask me, by Freethinkers. They did a good job on not taking much damage from the SI attack. 2 SI attacks down, 8% damage on the HP. DB fully intact. Kills, of course, are all there. Now they should progress and try to get this tank up so they can retreat to this area to take the tank. I wonder if they have to go up or they can just spawn. They're going to have to take the choke, I believe. The spawns are not quite ready to take it. See if they hit faster, they're going to set up for the run back.
Reloading.
Unfortunately for SI, they don't have a spit where they probably would want it here. They're going to have a tri-cap with Boom. The Charger lands a 2 charge. It does eventually get cleared. No slam. Jockey comes rolling in slow with the Smoker. And then a 3 boom goes off in the back. The tank's going to have to catch them, so probably this horde is not going to really do much. Actually, the tank's looking like he's going to choose to go right in. Might want to just go in because all these comms are getting annihilated. Didi's going to start rolling through, which is going to call them to just backpedal. And here come the commons rolling in. They should go in right with the commons. He's going to have a Charger jockey and a Hunter, so he has a tri-cap. He's already down to about half his health already. Support's already trying to go in. They land a Hunter that gets cleared. Trike doesn't need to take it though. He gets a punch onto Ellis. The Charger lands. The jockey lands. Gets another punch onto Rochelle. Another punch onto Rochelle. His support is dead. He's already down to 300 HP, and that is a dead tank. Great job by Freethinkers. They only suffered 1 in cap. Another punch goes out onto Coach.
Reloading.
I think in an area that this tight, I really don't think that Hunter needed to go in early. Maybe let him get the first corner and try cap the others. They had some common trickling in. I think a little bit of a misplay by the Korean super players, but nonetheless, Freethinkers do survive. Hunter goes in for a wall kick, doesn't get it, actually kills it while he's being pulled. Actually, a team ski goes out, so he had a little bit of help. But still, nice shutdown by Freethinkers, and look at that bonus. 656. They still have 60% of the way of the map to progress through, since there was an early tank. They are going. They're coming up about on 50% of the way. They might actually be able to get inside. No, they're not. They shouldn't rush in. It's going to be dangerous. So it could be Hunter, Smoker, Jockey, Charger. Oh, the Hunter gets nicely skeeted. Like, I can't say I don't know who that is with that symbol, but that was a nice skeet. Again, pretty much unscathed from an SI attack. Still 638%. At this point, every boom that doesn't land, they get through 20 to 25% of the map without anything hitting them.
Hey, watch out!
Spawns are up. Hunter, Spitter, Jockey, and a Boomer. It's 2-2. They're going to send it in. Now they actually already went inside, which means everything's going to come from the back. It's not going to work. No, it's just another attack shut down. At this point, momentum is clearly in Freethinkers' phase. They are showing why they have not lost a match in the Swiss stage, and they are just holding W. Alright, coach is officially slow. They should pop pills to it.
Down this alley.
Side attack is now fully up. It's going to be a quad try. Alright, this is big. If they can land this will change everything. They're going now. The smoker pull goes out in the back. Actually gets broken on nothing. Hunter lands but cleared right away. Charger doesn't land. Jockey is just jumping around like a fool to eventually land, latches onto Coach. But is cleared immediately by Rochelle, and that will be a quad dealt with. And again, since the tankers died, they've only suffered about 120 points off the bonus.
Girl, you should have stayed. Reload. Jump down there.
And now they just go down here, start the event, take 2 hits, and this will be safe room. So Boomer, Spitter, Charger, and the last spawn up is going to be a Hunter.
They're coming.
Right, Hunter pre-spawns around the pillar, goes for a wall kick, actually misses but still lands on the target. The spit does not spread properly on there, followed by a 3-boom with stumble, but the stumble does not reach the spit either. Despot on the front of the train cart, and that will be attack dealt with again. They do suffer a little bit there, dropping the bonus down to 445. But still, I don't see the cappers doing much more damage after that, because now another Spitter died last. Let's see what the spawns are going to be. It might be a quad try. I don't know if they got the depth right. Let's see, and it is indeed a quad try. They're going to have to go quick before the train carts start moving if they want an attempt to land this. The Charger's actually going to have to, I don't know how the Charger's going to go. It needs to go from a long way. The Smoker lands, gets cleared. The Hunter lands, gets cleared. Charger lands, gets cleared. Jockey landed, got cleared. And the Smoker landed again and got cleared, and that will be it. Freethinkers make safe room with actually a little bit of FF there, but they're going to walk in with a pretty respectable bonus of 384, I believe it'll be, since it rounds to the increments of 4.
We're making it look easy.
And there it is. They do make safe room. All 4 safe rooms made, and they managed to score a 3,180 bonus after 4 maps of Suicide Blitz. Alright, and we go live for possibly the last half of this game, actually. The Charger, Smoker, Boomer, Hunter are in the cycle. Rochelle and Ellis are going to take front point with shotgun. There's going to be Fall and Chino as their shotties. Actually, they're just going to run 4 shotties. Coach is going to take one as well. So that leaves Skeleton as their only Uzi player. Looks like the Boomer's trying to find a spot between them. Hunter pre-spawns in front. They try to get a pull forward. The pull does land. The Hunter takes the target as well. The damage will take survivors to 98, 93, and 89, and 1 survivor unscathed. A common slap came in, taking a survivor down another 2 HP.
Weapons.
Reloading.
Reloading.
They have just passed the 20% progression mark, and they're about to have to deal with another SI attack. It's going to be a 2-2 with a Hunter and the Jockey. The Boomer tries to come from the front. It's just not going to work out. Hunter's respawn. Actually gets a walking from behind from an unaware Ellis.
Second pistol.
Alright, Super Korea players are going to have to push through the sewer and go up the ladder in order to spawn this tank, and then have to retreat back down it. And spawns are close to being up already. They're going to have a Charger, Smoker, Boomer, Hunter. They're actually going to go quick. What the heck? The Charger bounced off the wall and pulled the shell off and back out into the open. The pull goes forward on the survivor up on the top, but gets pulled back down and cleared right away. Smoker gets a slap on the Nick, and that would be an attack dealt with.
Ammo here.
And there we go. This will be the final tank of the game for Freethinkers in the hands of Sawa. And the Korean super players do not take tanks very well. They've taken a lot of damage on all of them. See if they can take this one a little cleaner. It looks like they're not going to play any chip games. They're going to return all the way back. This support is actually pretty good. We should see him roll in right away. And probably no SI should go until he gets his first corner. He's already down 1,500 HP. He's down 2k. The Charger pre-spawn gets a long arm onto Coach. The Jockey is not able to grab him. He's still trying to... Oh, they're separated so much right now. Jockey does land. Charger does land. Pounce forward. I don't even know what the tank... I can't even find the tank. Okay, there's the tank. He's going to guard the Jockey a little bit. Gets a long arm onto Coach. Another punch onto Coach. That's going to be an in cap. He's already down to 1,500 HP. Should not be able to get anything else. We're just going to retreat. Going to throw a rock here and try to guard him a little bit. And that is it. Sawa will die. They do manage to get an in cap. A good separation, Jock.
Ah, come on. Can't stay down
But
there. We got zombies
Coach
to
giving
kill and
Tank
shit.
the early punch, punching him all the way down the hall, and then chasing him down the hall away from his team.
Oh, damn it.
That'll keep me for a bit.
2-2 is now up. Now up. Boomer, Spitter, Smoker, and still waiting for that last spawn. It's
Careful.
Charger.
Boom around.
Boom gets popped. And now spawns, of course, are all going to go up forward, which is pretty standard. Smoker goes, and the Charger takes this full target, which is going to land successfully. Full charge, spit. That will take Ellis down to about 52 HP, but most important, look at this. There are no pills. DB is broken into, HP at 26%. We already know it's over already, but Korean super players trying to make it as close as they can. Unless they do, of course, play Finale, which I don't think they will. A pull goes out on the back, and a Jock as well. A 2-cap going on the back with the Pounce trying to go forward, and it does land. It's not, Hunter is not getting cleared. Take a Chino all the way down to 10 HP.
Watch out!
Korean super players not looking good at the moment. Coach is just common lock. The two non-boom survivors say, screw their friends, we are out, we're just going. So since the other two that weren't boom didn't help the boom survivors, they actually almost take an attack in the exact same area. Rocket charge goes and gets an in cap, then misses. They do shoot the car alarm. Pole goes out, lands onto Coach for a little bit of damage, followed by a spitter scratch, I think, but that is it. Chino was actually almost dead, down to about 100 HP on the ground, dropping. They should be able to get the pickup without issue here. Indeed, they do. One boom, two boom actually goes on the back two survivors. Very rare you see spawns coming from the back land like that. Actually, the hunter lands as well. The two boom targets. There's nobody who can really help them because they were boomed on. Couldn't speed it. Jockey lands. The charger punches the jockey, getting another in cap onto Ellis. Ellis is now black and white. Looks like the beginning of the inevitable is about to happen.
Hard, I don't mean to curse myself. But
Nick needed to grab ammo. Actually causing spawns able to attack probably again before they leave the bowling alley. Smoker, Boomer, Hunter, Spitter. Smoker gets a pull forward and a nice skeet going out by Fall onto Sloppy. Pull goes out, gets cleared, but they have one survivor at 1 health. Not black and white though, but he's at 1 HP. And there it is. That will make another survivor black and white now. They will now have two. 2 survivors black and white, and 2 survivors who have not been in-capped yet.
I need to get right.
Hunter, Charger, Jockey. Hunter's coming from behind. Boomer's also the next spot in the cycle. Hunter's making noise, trying to distract, keeping all the guns focused on him. Charger misses. Hunter lands. Jockey gets an in-cap. And at least for one more attack, Clown and Chino will survive, but it doesn't look good for Ellis. Looks like this might be it. No, he doesn't. He does survive for at least a little bit longer.
reloading.
As they make their way through the movie theater, around the corner,
Reloading.
into the next set of spawns, which will be a Hunter, Charger, Smoker, Spitter. Smoker's electing to come from behind. Charger is relocating as well. They officially have both survivors black and white at 1 health. That was a nice shutdown. They do manage to get 1 kill and 2 kills go out. Hunter is trying to get a pounce. There's 1 in cap onto the survivor in the back. Charger's the only one up. I mean, Rochelle's the only one up with a Charger to deal with, and Rochelle should be able to pick up Nick clean, and now there's 2 survivors left. There we go, Freethinkers. Nice rocket B-hops, beautifully in between the 2 survivors. Smoker and Jockey looking to clean this up. Spitter is the other SI. Let's see if they can finish this off. Smoker goes out, pulls mid and spit as well with the Jockey, and that will be it. And the GGs are going out. So Freethinkers pull the W, continuing their undefeated streak, and now 8 wins, with a total campaign score of 3180 to Korean super players with a score of 1,564.